Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, GWT family around the world. I hope you're all having an amazing Sunday. And tonight is our Sunday night leadership webinar. My name is Bella Jeanette, Regional Ambassador with Global Wealth Trade. Tonight we're going to talk about Phase 5. Phase 5 is such an exciting time. It's truly an epic time for all of us. This is the next decade. This is what's coming in GWT. And I'm telling you, Phase 5 is tremendous because this is where we're going to hit that massive momentum where the company is going to be creating 1,000 millionaires. I don't know about you, but I know I'm going to be one of those 1,000 millionaires. So tonight we're going to talk about with more detailed about Phase 5 because I'm sure that many of you have a lot of questions about it, and you guys are all excited to hear more about Phase 5. So I'm gonna introduce the first two that's gonna talk about the Phase 5. So the first one is our national ambassador, of course, the very first millionaire in the company, and he started way back when he was just at the very first phase of the company. Imagine that he started at phase 1 and now we're on phase 5, and in short period of time, he built that um, all that volumes, even though he wasn't really working the business much. But he knows the power of timing and positioning. So in short period of time, 27 months, he start earning his first million, as much as 81,000 in a month. And I know that every single time you hear somebody say, we have somebody in our company who's making $500 every 47 minutes, and that's this gentleman here. And right now he's got over 40,000 LCs in 94 countries, and he is my only upline and my mentor. So I'd like to welcome one of the two presenters, Reza Misgarlu. And then the other one, I would like to just take this moment to greet this person, our regional ambassador, Mr. Sean Haynes. A very happy birthday. Today is his birthday, and we've been enjoying his birthday, but it's time to work. So regional ambassador Sean Haynes, he's the one responsible in expanding in 27 Caribbean islands. His vision is to create, out of the 1,000 millionaires, 100 millionaires coming from the Caribbean islands. And his business is in over 65 countries. And he still have that vision of helping so many people around the world, especially with the release of phase 5. So I'd like to welcome our national ambassador, Mr. Reza Misgarlu, and our regional ambassador, Mr. Sean Haynes. Do we have you on the call, gentlemen?
Yes, I'm here, Jeanette. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Reza.
I'm here as well. Glad to be on the call.
Thanks for your kind introduction, Jeanette. It is a very, very exciting time of the year. We all came out of that forensic seminar, launch of Phase 5, and we've been at an all-time high. It's just been absolutely incredible. And the purpose of this webinar tonight is to go over Phase 5 once more for those that for some reason could not attend the live stream or the live event, and answer question for those that might have some questions, which I'm sure you might, because this company, every time they go to a different phase, it's not like a tiny little thing, a tiny little involvement, a little something added. No, they always do it in a big way. And every time we've been, for those of us who've been around, we've seen what it's done to our business. I know there's been occasions in the past that, some of the leaders had some questions. They were not quite clear. Maybe they didn't quite understand, or they were just kind of reserved about what these changes might bring. And every single time in the past, it's done nothing but skyrocket our business and take us to the next level. And phase 5 is nothing short of miracle. It's just unbelievable what's going to happen in phase 5. And like Jeanette mentioned, we are going to, create many, 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 many wealthy people around the world. And hopefully you guys are one of them. The target is to make sure as many of you guys are part of this growth and so on. Now we're going to talk about the releases, the corrections, and the announcements. Basically, our objectives were eliminate / control cap and advance momentum. The first part is eliminate and control cap. For those of you that are not understanding what that means, well, cap is our compensation plan. It's not like anything else out there that I've ever seen. I've been in the field for about 26 years, and I have never seen, and I doubt if I'll ever see it in my lifetime, a compensation plan that's going to come even close, remotely close to what we offer here. It is out of this world, and because of it, many of the so-called experts at the early stages of this company's life, they were all hesitant, and they were saying, you guys are not going to last. Because for the simple fact that you guys pay out too much money too easily, and you guys have no ranks and levels and auto ship and flushing of points, and it's just too good. It's just unbelievable. Like, I mean, all you tell me is you're gonna have 2 teams. It's variable binary, and someone could simply get lucky and have a couple of good people on each team and get paid to infinity. And the answer was yes. Believe it or not, yes, that's what it is. Well, 10 years later, here we are, and I tell you, this is just out of this world. For those that come from the industry with experience, they know what I'm talking about. For those of you that Global Wealth Trade is your first direct sales network marketing company, you know what? Count your blessing, because I tell you, I wish I ran into this company when I got started some 26 years ago. Well, what is CAP? CAP is basically, the company is set up, the binary pay plan is set up to pay out 60% out, okay? 60% out, and it's a combination of sales of both teams, your left and the right team, which you get paid to infinity. And the company does that for every single individual. Every BDM out there gets paid to infinity. And we all know each business center, each virtual designer mall, I should say, you can make as much as $10,000 per week. And that's basically how it's set up. But what happens is, because, like I said, some people might just come and get lucky, or just the fact that you get paid to infinity. Sometimes the software is the software. It pays you out at 60%. It pays you at 60%. It does not make a difference to software if, there's 10 or 100 or 1,000 people or million people getting paid. It pays out 60%. But what if the payout surpasses the cap of 60%? Well, at that point, it starts to reduce the amount of payouts. For instance, I'll give you a quick example. About 3 years ago, our cycle payout was $300 per cycle. Today, it's $500 per cycle, okay? And what had happened was we started incurring cap. And what happened was we started getting, instead of $300, it was $5 per cycle, then $10 per cycle, then $50 per cycle, as much as $100 per cycle cap. So now our $300 cycle was reduced to about $200. And that's quite normal, because it's binary, and with us, it's variable. We get paid to infinity. The software pays out 60%. Whether it pays out 60% to 1,000 people or 100,000 people, it doesn't matter to the software. It pays out 60% of what comes in. But it makes a difference in our pockets if we do not control, hopefully eliminate this cap? Well, there was some corrections made 3 years ago, and our cycle was raised to $500 per cycle. And you know what? That slowed down, that kind of controlled the cap up until recently. And, we got our $500 per cycle and so on and so forth. But now what we're experiencing is a mass expansion all over the world. People are coming in on their first week and the first month making thousands of dollars, So what we wanted to do, we've been talking behind the scenes for years. The LCG, the CEO, the corporate, we've been discussing this. We've been trying to find a way to get around it so we do not have to reduce our cycle payouts. We like it to be $500, and but the 60% is 60%. So what we're going to do to try to control, reduce, or eliminate cap, again, there's only two ways about going that. There are only two ways of doing that. The first one is increase the CV requirements for each cycle. Right now, it's 5,000 points, $500, for example, right? $500, the 5,000 points pays you $500. So, number one, either we increase that CV requirement from 5,000 points to higher and still get $500, or leave the CV requirement the same, 5,000 points, but then if we hit cap, our cycles will be deducted, whatever the cap that might be. It'll be less than $500. It might be $450, $400, you know what I mean, depending on how fast we're going and how much it's being paid out. So after long discussions, I mean, this has been in the works for, I don't know, 4 years. And basically, the recent discussion we had amongst the leaders and the corp, we chose to increase the CV as opposed to reduce commissions. We like to brag about our $500 payout, $500 cycles. So we chose to increase the CV. So Sean, you'd like to add anything to it? Please jump in.
Absolutely. Thank you, Reza. Well, as we know, many companies, the way they reduce those commission payments is by ranks. So we've always been blessed that our CEO is 100% against ranks because, here in GWT, hey, you join as a diamond today, you're basically in a position where you can start to cycle and earn the same way that our national ambassador Reza does. Okay, in other companies, you would start as an associate 1, then distributor 2, and then finally when you become supreme NATO commander, you would get to cycle at Reza's level. So our CEO has always been against that, which again, it would of course help with the cap, but it's not fair. He believes, hey, you join, it's your money, you create the volume, you get paid. So when you looked at these two options, really the only one that made sense was number one, as Reza said, we wanted to be able to keep it at that $500 payout level. So it meant that we had to do a few different things because there's no way with the free flowing, and you would know this better than me, Reza, but with the free flowing and all the different branches, I mean, you have 40,000 in your team. There's so many different branches, the volume flows up to infinity. So I don't think there's any way with GWT, the way we pay out, to totally get rid of cap, but hopefully these changes we're making will control it for a long, long time. Okay, so now let's...
Absolutely. I mean, what you said, Sean, was basically, I've been with companies that, the cycles fluctuated week to week. Sometimes it was $200 a cycle. All of a sudden, the following week, it was $130 a cycle. The week after was $195, and the week after was $150. We never knew how much our cycles were. And they always fluctuated. We like to keep it at $500. We've done a damn good job in 9 years to pay it out. And, the last little while, with all the growth that's been happening, there's been cap from time to time, not a significant amount, but there's been cap. But when you add up the number of people who receive commissions, it added up to a significant amount. And we were fortunate enough that our CEO covered the cap for us. Up until now, we did not see that much of a change in our payout. So we want to keep it that way. That's why we're having this discussion. That's why we had the phase 5 launch and so on and so forth. And the first one was readjust personal cap requirements. Okay, that's something we'll talk about in a bit. And match IACV payout with product purchase at 60%. Increase binary payout from 60 to 65%. Now you might think like, what? I just mentioned to you that we've been paying 60%. The company pays us 60%. But see, they're so focused. Our CEO is so committed to us in this company that he'll do whatever he needs to do to eliminate or reduce the cap. Therefore, he's paying us more. Now we can go out there. Up until now, we used to say 60% payout, 70% overall. Now it's 75% or 65%. That's just out of this world. If you don't understand it, it's okay. it's more being paid out to the field. That's wonderful. Okay, and the fourth one is unify international packages to match Ontario, Canada, and educate our workforce on cap. So, Sean, you want to touch on number one, please?
Absolutely. Well, before we even get into this, I just wanted to touch on that one with number 3 because increasing the payout from 60 to 65%, if my math is correct, 5% of $1 billion is $50 million. So that's the type of CEO we have, that he's willing to give up that type of revenue back to the field to, again, ensure that everyone can truly maximize their success with this company. So getting into number 1, which is basically the current personal cap numbers. This is the way it's been. I know from the time I joined, it's been this way. I think it's been this way from day one. We're currently 2 to 4 LCs up to 2,000 per week, 5 to 9 up to 4,000 per week, 10 to 14 up to 6,000, 15 to 19 up to 8,000, and 20 plus up to 10,000. So what's happened, like Reza mentioned recently, we have people coming in different parts of the world, and right away, they're building, they're taking action, which is fantastic. But because it's 2 to 4 LCs only, man, you got people hitting 2,000 a week so fast, so fast. And what happens with that is that now, somebody with 2 to 4 LCs, but they're earning the same as people who've brought a lot more, been around a lot longer. So that affects the cap, and especially in some cases, we have people who've actually only ever brought like 3 LCs to the company. Can you imagine that? And because it's a free-flowing binary, usually you're going to have your upline helping you build one side anyway, and now you get a hot shot on your personal side, and boom. So you got people who've only brought 3 people. They hit in 2,000 per week, making the same as people who brought 20, 30, 40 people to the business. So it's really allowed people to maximize, taking advantage of this free-flowing plan. And when that happens, when somebody only takes from the plan, because in anything in life, if you have any business, you have to give into the business as well as take. So here, our giving is that we need to continue building our business. We all just did forensic. 40 brings 1, 100 2 to 3. So we all need to continue bringing and building the business. But if you only bring 2 or 3 and you start taking 2,000 every week, now that's impacting on the cap. So what we've done, basically just in an effort where people will actually continue to do work, continue to build in the business, and this helps tremendously. If we're all building, if we're all bringing in new blood, as we always see or say is in the forensic, the lifeblood is the new blood, right? So if we continue to do our part, then it builds the business, it brings in more volume, and it helps the cap for all of us. So we're increasing the personal income cap numbers for an ideal binary environment, and this is in effect now. So what's going to happen now with 2 LCs, $500 per week, must be renewed and on IA. Not the appropriate IA, but on IA. 5 LCs, 1,000 per week, must be renewed and on IA. 10 LCs, 2,000 per week, must be renewed and on IA. 20 LCs, 4,000 per week must be renewed and on IA. 30 LCs, 8,000 per week must be renewed and on IA. 40 LCs, 10,000 per week must be renewed and on IA. So again, I know other top people in the industry have looked at this and they're literally like, wow, how could our CEO be so generous? And even with this change, let's face it, 40 LCs to earn 10,000 per week for the rest of your life. I mean, that's really not much, but at least now it makes each of us have to do a little more, be a little more accountable with building our business and helping to grow the company. And again, we each do our part. It helps the cap, and we can all get paid week after week. So, Reza, I know you've been in many companies, and 40 LCs to make 10,000 per week. I know you must just smile even looking at that compared to what you've had to do in the past.
Well, Sean, that's why I said I don't think in my lifetime I'll ever see a compensation plan that's going to come remotely close to what we have. I remember it was, go, 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 constant go. It was like a knife to our throat that we needed to meet our monthly requirements. Not just people that are renewed on an IA, we needed them to do a certain amount of volume for us to get paid in that particular leg. For instance, I used to, we used to go 200-300 people front line because it was not just a binary variable, 2 legs down and you get paid to infinity. It was like every month, especially last week of the month, it was like go, 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 go. And, that's just something we have to do. So what we have over here is an absolute joke in a good way, that we can actually maintain getting paid maximum amount per week with just 40 LCs. That's just, wow, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And I want to also touch too because we have a video that's called the Team Strategy. It's done by our National Ambassador Rene and our Regional Ambassador Lior. And it's a good video. Everybody should watch it. You should follow it because I know a lot of people, you come in, you just happen to be in a leg where you got a great, strong upline and they're building under you. And so, you only put one in your common and then you decide to put everyone else in your personal leg. Well, remember, you get paid on both legs. Okay, so if you follow at least that team strategy, you put your 3 in your common, you teach them to duplicate, and then you start to build into your personal. Again, at least we're contributing to both sides of our business, to the company. Again, the more we do things the right way, the better it is for all of us. But if you come in and put one person on your common and then go and put 40 on your personal because your upline is building the common, again, it's not fair. It doesn't help the cap. So just remember, all of us want to get paid for the rest of our lives. We have a company that will pay us for the rest of our lives. So just let's do it the right way so we all succeed in the long run. Okay, so this next one, I know, Reza, you were blown away with this one, so I'll let you talk about this.
Well, like I said, we've been working on this. We've been looking at this. When this company got started, we were the only, and we still are the only variable binary plan out there, and the payout was out of this world. The amount of payout was out of this world, and basically nothing that I could ever see that would actually, come even close to it. So I pay out 60% in effect now. Basically, correct from current 75% CV payout to match extra product purchase of 60%. So that was basically what happened is 75% payout basically is to match the extra product purchase of 60%. Basically, the increase on the binary payout from 60 to 65%. Basically, this in hand with that one will, like even our Nanad, our CTO, he even looked at it and he was like, "Whoa, like this is insane." but why is it that there was a glitch in the system? There was something that was in the system that was basically paying us, 60 and 75%, but it should have been 60 all along. So that's basically what's corrected here. And again, what we talked about, the payout, the binary payout from 60 to 65% is extra 5%. That's just out of this world. That we've done everything we could to make sure. I mean, we did what we could, but it's the company that's putting out what it's putting out to make sure that we do not encounter cap for a very, very long time. So you have any thoughts on that, Sean?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, first of all, just so everybody's clear, when you pay into your own IA, you still get 100% for you to buy product. But all we're doing here, whenever there's product purchase, like if you had a VIP purchase in product, again, 60% is paying out, is flowing up. So that's all this is. When you buy your IA, it's a product purchase. So it should have been 60% all the time. So it's just being corrected now to match what it is. It's a product purchase. All product purchase is 60%. Whether it's a monthly IA or whether it's people purchasing product as your VIP client is 60%. But the exciting part again is now, the increase on the binary can happen from 60 to 65%, which again helps with, if not eliminating, it will certainly control the cap for a very, very long time, where we can all enjoy those weekly and monthly checks coming in. So,
Well, I remember, Sean, the last correction we did about 3 years ago, it was nowhere near what we're doing here, and that controlled it for a good 3 years.
absolutely.
And even today, it's still going on. So,
Yeah.
because we're in the home stretch, we know it's going to be exponential growth globally. So we got to be prepared for it, and we got to make sure we're 100% in all the areas going forward. And
Absolutely.
yeah. So that's just out of this world. I look at it every time I look at it, it puts a smile on my face. Increased binary payout from 60% to 65%. Like, this is not something you normally see, even when it was presented to us at first. Even though we were looking at our CEO and we were hearing it, we thought that we were missing something. That he's just jumping 5%. That's a lot, guys. 5% more payout to the field is like out of this world. Back to you, Sean.
Yeah, so now it's pretty excited. I mean, this is going to increase our percentage payout from up to 70% to up to 75%. I mean, it's just astronomical already. We were so far ahead of any other company. Most companies, at the most, they'll show they pay out 50% on paper, but of course, when you include the ranks that keep you from your money, most of them pay out maybe 35%. Here we are, we've been paying out 60%. Now it's going up to 65. With the bonuses, it's up to 75%. I mean, that's incredible, especially when you're talking about you're presenting your tour. You're saying we pay out up to 75% to the field. Insane. That's all I can say with that one.
Try that with some of the networkers, and they're going to look at you and they're going to say, you're saying something wrong, because this is something that you will not, I've never heard of it, and you'll never hear of it either. So that's crazy. Yes.
Absolutely. So now the next one, this one is coming September the 1st, which is basically we're going to be unifying the package prices to match Canada. So, in most companies, the home country usually pays the least. But what's happened is that because here in Canada we have tax. So anybody who lives in Canada knows about tax. It's part of life here. So because of the taxes, always what happened is, the packages ended up being quite a bit more in Canada. So it never made sense because Canada is our home country. This is where we started, this is where we're from. So at least the pricing that's paid in Canada should match what people are paying around the world. So starting September 1st is simply going to be a unification where Right now, international would pay $3,099 for diamond. Canada's $3,500. Now we're all gonna pay $3,500. That will be the price, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in St. Lucia, whether you're in Italy. That will be the price around the world. Again, same for the gold, 1,800 will be the price all over the world. Plankston 900, silver 560, and retailer 190. So now it's a unified price all around the world, basically, and now it simply is again matching the pricing, but again, it also helps with controlling and reducing the cap. So all of these things will help in making sure there's no cap, and the same for the trade up. Basically, we're gonna have unified trade up pricing. So your trade up diamond would be 2370 in Canada and around the world. Trade up gold 1355 in Canada and international. Trade up plankton 680 in Canada and international. Trade up silver 450 in Canada and international. So again, if you're in Canada, you pay that price, but it includes the tax. So, the company would work it out where the tax portion gets paid, but we pay 2370, international pay 2370. So basically that's the flat rate for all over the world, and that comes into effect September 1st, 2015. Any comments on that, Reza?
Yeah, I just want to add to it that it does not affect any of us that's already in the business, and those who are not diamond, gold, or whatever, you still have till September to take advantage of the old pricing or whatever it is. For us, it doesn't make a difference. We're already in, and the new members, the new people, will not know any better. Just like when I got started in 2008, it used to be $4,600 Canadian.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, and we grew it just as good. And when the price went down, we thought, oh wow, what? The new member doesn't know any better. The new people do not know. They know what you introduced to them. So it does not affect any of us. And those who are not diamond with the AA, I mean, what else better than that? I wish I could buy another package of getting it up to $10,000 in products. So yes, just wanted to add that.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you're not diamond, we're gonna cover that later in this phase 5. But certainly, if you're not diamond, you got all the time in the world to get yourself to diamond, and of course, there is that mega promotion that's running as well. Okay, so that is it from the controlling and eliminating cap again. One thing I want to say too on this, because cap is really not the company's problem. It's really not our CEO's problem. But again, that's just the type of CEO we have, that he wants everyone to be able to, hit that home run with this company, earn the maximum amount possible with this company. So he's taking it, upon himself to do all he can do to help control and eliminate cap. But really, it's the issue of the luxury consultant. So he's done his part. If we all do our part, we all build it the proper way, now we can all help to, hopefully for a long, long time, we'll control and eliminate the cap. So now at this point, we're going to go into the advancing momentum section. So just before I go forward in that, any final comments on this section, Reza?
No, it's perfect. I mean,
Okay.
don't go to answer questions and answers after. So
Absolutely, yes.
I think
Put
we made it
all your
pretty simple.
questions. We'll answer them at the end.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so now that's the the serious side. That's the side that had to be put in place to make sure we can run through the next 10 years, hit the billion, create millionaires, create 10K earners around the world that will get paid out every single week. So that's being put in place. Now we get into the side of advancing momentum. These are the insane, that's the only word I can use, insane incentives and promotions that, I know people are just going to go crazy with what's coming in here. So tonight we're going to have our host this evening who introduced us, Regional Ambassador Bella Jeanette, Corporate Choice Award winner, Master Ambassador from Forensic, Home Party Queen, 10K earner, and we have our ambassador, Sean Singh. This gentleman, one fastest growing organization for Montreal, and I believe next month will be 7 years. Ambassador Singh's been in the business, and from his very first week till now, he's never missed a paycheck in GWT. Imagine that. Every single week since he started this business 7 years ago, he's been getting paid week after week after week again. That's what GWT does, creates residual income for life, the true residual income possible. So we're going to have our regional ambassador, Bella Jeanette, Ambassador Sean Singh, to take us through advancing momentum. So Bella Jeanette and Mr. Sean Singh, are you there?
Yes, I'm Mr. Haynes. Can you hear me?
Okay, so
Yes, we can hear you, Sean. Go ahead.
okay, so this is my most favorite because this is all gonna advance our business. So do you wanna go start, Sean?
Yes, of course. Like what Mr. Haynes mentioned, what we're going to talk about coming up next is absolutely insane. They should have named this chapter "Redefining the Idea of Momentum." And of course, we started off here with the new travel bonuses. This actually blew me quite away. As you know, some of the leaders and some of the folks that start a lot of local markets were traveling on a regular basis. You hear a lot of different incentives that the teams are putting together here. And now here with the BDB and the BDB Elite, we have a wonderful way of, number one, getting a travel bonus and getting our BDB paid out on a quarterly basis as well. Jeanette?
Yes, definitely. I'm really, really excited about this because imagine now you can tell your prospect how would you like to travel as part of your business and it's paid for, right? Like how cool is that?
I
So
know it's awesome. You can show people your back office now, and because the travel bonus, it's going to be banked into your back office every single week. And when somebody says, "Well, what's this?" You can show them the volume. You can show them the team. They ask, "Well, what's that?" "Oh, that's my travel bonus. This is how much I get paid to travel to my local markets, to my international markets." And of course, it's absolutely wonderful. And I know, Jeanette, you were going to mention there's a couple different things that, let's say if I'm not able to travel in the next couple months, what can I do with this travel bonus now?
yes, that's the beauty about this. So if you're just new in the business and you happen to expand in your country, but you can't really travel in there, or you just don't feel that you're confident enough to travel, what you can do actually that 50% of the BDB and BDBE, you can give that or you can pay for your upline or sideline to travel for you to help you build that market. For example, our national ambassador Rene Liao, I know that he sent regional ambassador Sean Haynes to Alberta, and he actually paid for his trip to go to Alberta so that he can support his team over there. So you can do that. You're not limited to, don't feel that you're trapped, that, you have to travel even though you don't really feel like it. Now you can actually pay for your upline or sideline to help you build your market.
Exactly, and you know what? It's split half-half, so the rest of the BDB, it's paid out quarterly, just as usual there, but now you have this unbelievable travel bonus to support the markets, and you have your regular BDB. I know a lot of teams, they put on different incentives. I know there was an iPad incentive, there's silver bullion incentives, so you know what? It just goes above and beyond everything we've done so far. Now the business development bonus is truly what it is, where we can continue helping that business and our teams to develop.
Yes, exactly. So now let's move on to the next one, Sean.
Reduce retailer renewal fees. Absolutely something that makes sense. You have somebody that gets started with you with their retailer VDM at 169. A year goes by and it's time to renew, and guess what? They had to pay a $194 renewal fee. Well, thanks to our CEO and founder, Mr. Amin Mascarali, even he saw it doesn't make sense. So now for all retailers to renew, The new price will be $69, which makes a lot more sense.
Yes, definitely, because I know that, I know it happened in my team, maybe it happened in your team where, they started as a retailer and then when it's time to renew, they kind of hesitant to pay the 194 because really the retailer package is 169 and it just makes sense to, join another membership just so they don't have to pay the 194. But now because we reduced that to $69, so it just makes more sense. But remember, this is only for the retailer package. It doesn't apply to silver and above. So just for the retailer package.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the new cycle milestone. Wow, I'm really, really excited about this, Sharon, because I know that I've talked to a lot of people from another company, and one thing they brag about is that they get quick money. So they're happy to make $7, $5, or even $2 per sale, but just that instant gratification, that instant money that they get right away, that they're very happy about it, even though they're not really making money for them to retire or to build a legacy. But us, look at this. $500 in CV pays us $20.
Exactly. And you know what? I must say that when I first got started almost 7 years ago, this was my first venture into direct sales. And I guess a little bit naive, I thought every company paid out as much as we do here, only to learn after 7 years that we pay a monumental amount on the CV that we generate here. And so when you were hearing, somebody would talk about, oh, they cycled 31 times last week, but they cycled 31 times at like a $5 payout. Whereas here, you know what, now even with this new cycle milestone, 500 in CV, paying you $20 in binary commissions, even then is still one of the highest payouts in the industry. And all it's going to do is, again, advance that momentum. I know we have different markets around the world where, you know what, a $20 a week or 40 or $60 multiple cycles at the 500 a week is actually going to make a giant difference. So what does it mean? More commissions, faster commissions, and most importantly, huge excitement. Stories going left, right, and center of how people are cycling on a regular basis.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm from the Philippines, and $20 is like a 1 month salary over there. And I know there's a lot of other countries that $20 really helps a lot. And you have to also remember the 500 CV. We still go into, the one third, two third, half and half, like that still applies. So it pays you much quicker, and you don't have to wait.
Absolutely. You know what? We're going to hear so many new income stories. We're going to see so much more momentum just from this one new cycle milestone alone.
Okay, so this is actually my favorite, and I know our diplomat Daisy is jumping for joy for this one because think about the possibilities. Like I'm telling you, not to be, never to pay your IA again. How cool is that? All you have to do is you need to retail $500 worth of products for 1 month, or our CEO even extended it to 2 months. So, for example, you made retail sales $300 this month, then you still have the following month to retail $200, and then your next month's IA is waived, so you don't have to pay for your next month's IA. So, you all you have to do is retail $500 every single month, and you will never pay IA again.
Exactly, and you covered it perfectly, Jeanette. Obviously, being part of the retail queens there, of course you're going to cover it perfectly. But it's amazing, you have people that come to you on a regular basis. Well, you know what? I don't really want to invest into my IAs or any way around it. Well, here it is. Go out there, you hand out a few lookbooks on a regular basis here. You make your phone calls. Net $500 retail sales. Not even 1 month. You can do it over 2 months, and guess what? It's carried over. You qualified for the IA. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and now we can truly say, you know what? You got one-time investment and never pay again. We never have any auto ship. and now just retail $500 and you don't have to pay your IA again. But we always love products, right? So even though I'm gonna be selling 500 retail every month, I'm still gonna put in my IA. It's just me, I like to shop. So
You know what? I'm gonna say I don't think it's just you because if I did the same thing, even if I was retailing $500 every single month, I'd still be putting the money in my IA because wow, I just can't get enough of the new products.
yep.
Actually, I just wanted to jump in myself because I've never really looked at retailing the product, but I'm telling you, I'm going to be going for it. You know what? The corporate has put it out there for sell 500, and if you saw those beautiful new Posh that's coming and the new Posh timepieces and so on, hey, I think we can all sell $500 a month. So I'm going for it. I'll up in my IA anyway because I always have products I want to buy. But just the fact of being able to do it, I'm definitely going for that. Now, I know also we had our national ambassador, Rene Liao. He wanted to actually share a few words on the $20 cycle. So, Rene, if you're on the line, let's just see if we can find Rene here. Okay. I know that $20 cycle is insane. You know, the only thing companies ever were able to say about us is that, oh, we pay out by far the most, but sometimes our payout is high. Well, now with the $20 cycle, no one can say a thing. So, National Ambassador Rene Liao, I know this was something you brought up and we're so excited about. So, share your thoughts on this $20 payout.
Well, hello, Sean. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, Rene.
Thank you, my friend. First of all, a very good evening, everyone, and good morning to everyone in the world. Sean, this is probably my most favorite slide of all. Well, actually, no, there's a bunch of few slides I actually love a lot. But this slide here, folks, you really have to understand how powerful this is going to be because, when I first got started in the industry of direct sales over 12 years ago, I got to tell you, when you get that first paycheck, that very first paycheck is when things just start to happen for you. And one of the issues I had in my very first company was that, I sponsored around 20, 30 people, and it wasn't until maybe 3, 4 months down the road that I actually made my first paycheck. And what that did for me was it really kind of motivated me. And then, but, I actually stuck around a long time, but for my other friends who got started in that company, who were bringing in people, they weren't making any money. And so, when you have people in your team who are able to make a cycle a lot faster and get that first paycheck, you know what happens for them? It becomes real. They realize that, wow, I got started, did some work, made my first paycheck. And that is what really builds momentum in your business. Now, the other really cool factor about this that you haven't thought about before is, is some of you might have people on your team right now who have a lot of CV, but they aren't cycling just yet. They haven't reached that 6250, but they have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, or 5,000. Well, guess what? The second someone on your team makes a paycheck, we just discussed it a second ago, that now your momentum starts to build up. On top of that, the sooner your team can make their cycle checks, guess what? Your BDB, your 10% matching bonus, that comes faster. So the faster your team can make this paycheck cycle, guess what? The faster you're going to make your BDB bonuses. So to me, I want more and more of my team basically making as many checks as possible because I know that, for myself, making, I'm so used to making these big incomes, but I also realize for the brand new person who just got started, if they can earn their first $20 paycheck, it's going to do miracles for their business. So, Sean, I am so pumped about this, and I can't, wait for this to get launched. I wish August was now, because this part here itself, folks, trust me, I see many other companies out there, you make a $5 cycle check, but you know what? I can see their excitement and their energy, and I know that this change here is going to blow things up in the company. So, Sean, back to you.
I
Absolutely,
remember,
Randy. I'm with
Sean,
you all the way.
just a quick,
Go ahead, Red.
I wanted to add something to that. Over the years, whether we're a $300 cycle or $500 cycle, I remember I was getting with these people that were trying to recruit me, and the game. They want to sit down with me and share plans and so on and so forth. And at the end of it, when they knew they were like totally outclassed and outmatched, they would say, "Well, I cycled X number of times, and they have the printout in their hand. And at this point, they were kind of like hesitant to show it to me. I said, well, you know what? Let me see your printout. I mean, you have quite a few pages. You must be the top earner of this company. And I would look at their printout, and it was like 6, 7, 8, 10 pages, and they were making like, I don't know, pennies on each distributor in their organization. Grand total of, I don't know, $37 or $22 they made with the program, and they were all proud and bragging about how much they were making. So yes, this is going to be huge. This is going to be absolutely out of this world. People come in and they can say, I've cycled X number of times. I only got started X number of days ago, so it's going to be, I just can't wait. Back to you.
Absolutely. Well, going back to our the 500 retail sales, well, let's face it, the only reason that this can work is because in GWT, we have a real retail opportunity. Why do we have a real retail opportunity? Well, simply put, we have products that blow away any in the history of direct sales. In fact, in the designer fashion world, our products are the ones getting the most accolades, the most features, and so we're very fortunate. We actually have our senior VP or chief developer of products. The reason we won Designer of the Year, Handbag of the Year, this lady's being featured, Women of Wealth with Oprah. I mean, the list of accolades go on for her. That's why we have the products that you can truly go out and retail 500 a month, as well as creating residual income for life. So our senior VP, Sanaz Human. Sanaz, do we have you on the line with us?
Absolutely, Sean. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Sanaz, we can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. Well, I'm listening to all these announcements, and I'm getting even more wrapped up than I'm sure a lot of our callers that are hearing this for the very first time. So, the really, really exciting part about this point, and the reason that our CEO came up with it, is really to be able to help the LCs that are in foreign markets that want to really start building. And you know what? What an opportunity, not only to be able to make money and be able to retail the product, but imagine being able to qualify for your monthly IA that basically allows for you to make a sales cycle, allows for you to make commissions in the company. And you know what? This compensation plan has been written by someone who truly has the heart, because it is written for you, the luxury consultant that's building this business, to give you a chance to truly financial home run. So I am so revved up for phase 5, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to take us to the billion. It's just paving the right path forward to basically gear you into momentum. If you haven't started to do any retailing, well, you know what? Here's your chance to be able to share the opportunity, share your website, and you know what? Just by completing $500 retail with our product line, it is absolutely doable. It is duplicatable. And you know what? Many of you, of course, want to pay your IA because, of course, you want to wear the product. You got to be a product of the product. But this also gives you that aspect of being able to qualify for that. It gives you a challenge to be able to build within teams. And you can use this, as amazing incentives as well. So we're going to train this to you more and more as it comes for what you can use it for, how it can be utilized. But of course, with a lot of the foreign markets, countries like Africa that may not have credit cards to be able to do their monthly IA, well, you know what? If you go out there and retail a couple of items, guess what? You just qualified for your monthly commissions, and that's the power of this phenomenal tool, Sean. So thanks for unmuting me so I could just share my excitement with all of you.
Awesome. Thank you, Sanaz. We're glad to have you on, and stay on. I'm sure we'll want you to comment on many more of the slides as we go forward.
Thank you so much, Sanaz. That is so true. Like I said, I'm from the Philippines, and I have many teams around the world that, not necessarily can afford their monthly IA, but think about the power of retailing, because the beauty of our company is we don't even have to touch the product. So you can advertise in social media, Twitter, Instagram, and just sell the products, and the company ship the products directly to your customers. And if you do that every single month, then you don't have to, pay for your IA.
Absolutely, Jeanette. Actually, you just brought up a fantastic point, because if you are, in a country like the Philippines, where, for you, you want to be able to qualify for your monthly IA, the beautiful part about our plan, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are a seamless plan. So, if you have LCs in the Philippines, but they sponsor or they retail the product to someone in the United States or Germany or anywhere in the world, guess what? That even qualifies you for that $500. So you could be anywhere in the world, you could retail these items, and you can qualify yourself for IA. And you brought up a phenomenal point, Jeanette, because, I had a lady the other day who wanted to buy an item for her customer. She did not have enough money, or she did not have enough IA in her account. And all we simply did was opened up a VIP account for the new customer. She made the purchase through the VIP account. The customer paid for it. Guess what? Within 24 hours, the product was in the customer's hands. Within 24 hours, we paid out the commission. And when the lady came to pick it up for her customers, she was literally in tears. And she says to me, Sanaz, this commission is going to help me pay for my phone bill. This commission allows for me to be able to do things this month based on one sale. And that's the power of our compensation plan, because we have high profit products that you can really share. So I'm super excited, Jeanette. Back to you.
Yes, I am so excited too. So the next one we're gonna have is
Well, this one I think is amazing because it's the 20 VIPs accounts per month, the new culture. And actually, the two gentlemen I think of when I see this one, the first one is our national ambassador, Reza, because I know right from the time VIPs came out, he makes sure everyone he talks to becomes a VIP. So I know this is a culture he was already living and preaching to us, but now it's going to be in effect for all of us to go out and do. And our regional ambassador, Lior Scaler, our first 100 VDM club member, again, all about that activity every single month, where now if you're doing the right things. And, in other companies, they got to buy cases of juice. They got to buy cases of coffee to give out as samples every single month. Well, think about how much money that costs, but at least they're taking action. They know, hey, I got to get rid of these samples every month. All we got to do is give out 20 VIPs for free. We give them $300 gift certificates for free. Again, the company's put this in place for us. All we got to do is go out there, talk to people, and that counter will be telling you. So anytime somebody says, well, I'm trying, I'm doing all this effort, but my business isn't working, so, well, let's look in your back office. Oh, well, your 20 VIP counter is sitting at 18, and, we're on the 28th of the month. So now people are really having in their face, hey, are you actually working your business for success? So I want to hear from these two gentlemen. First, our national ambassador, Reza, and then our regional ambassador, Lior. I know this is something, the way they run their business, they'll be very excited about this. So, Reza, are you there?
Well, you know what, Sean? No one came in my line of fire I did not sit there and make him into VIP.
Sorry, Reza, did we lose you? Hey, Reza.
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. What I was saying was this: from day one, when we got this VIP available to us, no one came in the line of fire that within, whether they were coming to look at the products or they were looking at the opportunity or whether it was just a quick discussion. They asked me, what do I do for a living? I would tell them, listen, here I'll make you a free VIP, make you a free VIP account with your own username, with your own password, that gives you access to look at our gallery, our products, and so on and so forth, and go home and have some fun with it. And when we get together, I'll be able to explain the business easier for you. Even though in the VIP section, there's nothing there regarding the opportunity itself. all they're going to see is they're going to go see these glamorous products. They're going to see these out of this world inventory. I mean, they're going to look at it and they're going to be blown away. And the questions to me would be is when first I see them, if they didn't contact me first, is that you own this company? Like you design these products? Like, you know, they'd be so curious to know. Like, my God, these are like some really high-end products. I'm like, yeah, you know, we have products from $18 and all the way up to $1 million, and let me tell you how we can earn a massive income out of this. This is what I've been doing, and so on. And there's many cases like, you know, South Africa, like Singapore, like Middle East, Dubai. I mean, many places. When I have a conversation with people, right away I create a VIP account for them. And some of these people don't even get in touch with me. They go and see what they see, and they go to my website and they go there and upgrade themselves to whatever packages without any further information. I guess they were curious enough. They went and did their own research, and they decided to launch them also. It works wonderfully. There's no reason why we shouldn't be launching 20 VIP per day, let alone per month. So that's for me, Sean. Back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Reza. And now let's hear from our first 100 VDM Club member, R.A. Lior Scaler. Are you there, Lior?
Thanks so much, Sean, for bringing me on. You know, I'm just sitting here all excited listening to everybody sharing about all of their favorite parts about Phase 5. And, you know, this is definitely one of them for me. I've got a 5-foot rule, which is everybody that's within 5 feet of me, they're going to be a VIP customer of mine, because who wouldn't want a free $300 gift certificate? And, you know, from there, the company is going to do email marketing to them, social media marketing for them. I know that the company has some big plans with outsourcing some companies to be able to provide our VIPs with incredible emails and social media messages so that they can see all of the new and exciting products coming out. So definitely, you know, we want to get as many VIP accounts into the system as possible so that, you know, they keep seeing all of the great announcements coming from our company. But, you know, in addition to this, I wanted to say that one of my favorite parts about Phase 5, since everybody's sharing about their favorites, is the BDB travel bonus. That is just insane. You know, I had the opportunity to visit Nigeria. Renee Liao had an opportunity to visit Nigeria. Brian Arundel had an opportunity to visit Nigeria. And now Nigeria is benefiting from the knowledge that we were able to give to them, that we were given from our CEO and founder, Ramin Mesgarlu. And so that's what this bonus is all about. It's about transferring knowledge and information and energy and excitement to new markets so that they can become the #1 market in the world, just like Nigeria has. And so, you know, this is what I love about this, is because, you know, now all of the new markets can feel supported, can feel like people are there to help them to build their businesses. And if you cannot use this money because you're not qualified to be able to go to a market, well, your markets all around the world, they don't have to suffer, because you can now give your portion of the 50% to somebody who is qualified so that they can go to that market, so that your business can continue to grow and grow every day and every month and every year for the rest of your life. And, you know, this all comes from the culture that our CEO, Ramin, has created for us, which is no member left behind. And that's why this is my favorite announcement of Phase 5, because it's all about no member left behind. It's all about giving us the opportunity to support different countries and different markets around the world so that they can grow and thrive and, you know, take on Nigeria for that next first country in the world and first market in the world. So, you know, I'm excited about all of these announcements, and, you know, I can't wait for them all to be implemented. So back to you, Sean.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lior. Well said. And I agree completely. I know National Ambassador Rene sent me out to Calgary, and just awesome to go out there with a great team out there, you know, led by Diplomat Anne-Marie, and share with them. And that's what it's all about. You know, Forensic says you build a company not just your team. And this travel bonus really, again, ties into that. Now, I know our regional ambassador Bella Jeanette had something she wanted to add also with the VIP VDM counter. So go ahead.
I have to tell you, I am so excited about this because I know for sure 100% that as soon as I have a new LC, what I'm gonna tell them, like they always ask you, where do I start? Where here it is. This is your plan is to start getting 20 VIPs account, and I know my team and I are going to be booking a lot of places. We're going to be going to have set up at the malls. We're going to be doing a lot of events, a lot of trade shows, just so we can get all the VIPs that we can get. And Rez is right. I mean, why just sign up 20 VIPs in a month? Why not sign up 20 VIPs in a day? And with all the plans that we already have to do this, and to just keep on adding VIPs into our account, because I know that once they get this weekly email or promotion that's gonna be provided for them, that's gonna just increase your retail sales. And remember, 500 retail sales in 1 month waive your IA. So this is the best time for you to get a lot of VIPs if you want your IA to be waived, and you don't have to pay IA every month. And also that will also convert into new LCs, because if they know that all these amazing products, they can get it for as much as 50%. So why not become part of your business and launch their own business? So now, because they have also got their back office, they can see all the progress. They can upgrade right away to one of the packages. So I'm so excited about this 20 VIPs. And like I said, aim for 20 VIPs every single day, not just every month, but it just give a clear directions to your new LCs to know what to do. As soon as they launch, they know right away to get 20 VIPs.
Absolutely. I know that I went to an event, and it wasn't even a big event, but in one day I had like 90, I think 1995 VIPs in one day. So easily you can do 20 VIPs a month. Now, and our senior VP, Sanaz Human, she's excited with this section as well. She wants to add a few words. Go right ahead, Sanaz.
Thank you, Sean. Absolutely. Well, there's a lot of stuff that, of course, I see on the back end. And, what's really amazing is that the distributors that we have, the luxury consultants that are launching new VIP customers, well, guess what's happening? A lot of their customers are going and fiddling around with the shopping cart. They're looking at the product line. They're adding items to, their wish list. And when it comes to buying a gift, guess what they're doing? They're going into their back office and they're placing orders. And one of the funniest things is that we have luxury consultants actually call us and say, I made money. I don't know how. Can you tell me what I did that I've made money? Well, this is, of course, a very good problem to have. But the reality of it is that they basically got a couple of VIP customers into their back office, not a couple, quite a bit, and they're sharing their website with people. People are becoming VIP customers, and it's doing two things. One, it's promoting the website, and they're able to go and add items to their wish list and to check out and make a final purchase, which in fact will help you be able to make retail profits. It will help you, in fact, to be able to qualify for your monthly IEA. And at the same time, it's reiterating what Reza said earlier on, and what Lear touched base on a little bit, which is basically those people also get converted into new luxury consultants, because now they're part of the email blast. They're going to be part of the marketing campaigns that we're going to basically run through the company. And what's going to happen, and what is happening, is that they're getting excited. They want to take advantage, so they actually go into their back office again and look at their VIP account and either inquire or basically upgrade their membership themselves and actually become luxury consultants. And the other great part, you got to remember, is that when you're launching 20 new VDMs, and people are buying products online and retail commissions are being paid out, there is also cumulative volume that is being pushed up in your binary compensation. So imagine if every single person that you have in your team, like Reza said, launched 20 VIP customers a day, if not in a month. Imagine all of those VIP customers now making those purchases. This becomes an incredible way to get cumulative volume to push through your genealogy. The other thing, Sean, I just wanted to quickly touch base on is a travel bonus. Because the travel bonus, I know people like Leor and Renee and Sean, yourself, and so many others basically will pay for another leader to travel to a different market. And there's multiple reasons you do that. And I want to clarify, it's not because you don't want to travel. It is because you are qualified, and you have to be qualified to be able to travel. But even if you are qualified and you have teams in multiple different markets and you can't get to every other market, this is where you can utilize your downline, your sideline, your upline, someone who's qualified in the business to travel on your behalf, like you gents have done for each other, because you are qualified, except you are also traveling to other markets simultaneously during those trips, so you pay for each other's trips to go. And that's, again, the beauty of that travel bonus that we've implemented. So I just want to make sure I reiterate, it's not about, oh, I don't want to travel. Every single one of the leaders in this company, as part of the 10K Club, that is earning money, is traveling, is building, and is growing in every market. It's just if you're double booked, you kind of you leverage from your business partners. Back to you, Sean and Jeanette.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sanaz.
Yes, thank you, Sanaz. I also forgot, very, very important about VIP is that monthly layaway program, because what you wanted to do is you wanted to make sure that all your VIP clients are aware that they can actually contribute monthly, to the layaway program towards their wish list items, or if somebody's getting married, or for Christmas gifts and every occasion. So this is absolutely amazing, to be able to add so much VIPs with layaway program, because remember, that's CV, cumulative volumes that flows up to you, and you get paid for that. So that's I wanted to add to that VIP.
Absolutely. Okay, so this next one again really ties in beautifully with the 20 VIPs, because Gift IA, and I know many people have been requesting about this, and now it's here. Starting September, you're going to be able to allow LCs to gift IA to other VIP accounts. You either be able to transfer from your own IA. If you have a lot of IA sitting in your account, of course, we're going to talk about the Diamond Double Mega promotion right now, coming up soon. So if you're one of those, you end up with a lot of IA, you can now use it to give to a VIP account, or you can use your own credit card to give to the new clients. So it's phenomenal, because what it does, it allows you to run promotions. It allows you to run specials for your customers. Okay, so if you have a VIP customer and they spend $500, you say, okay, you know what? You spend $500, I'm going to give you this amount of IA. You spend $1,000, I'm going to give you this amount of IA. Or you can actually do it for your LCs. You have an LC, they launch 5 new BDMs in a month. You say, okay, I'm going to give you this amount of bonus products. So it really allows us now, and again, I know many of the top leaders do incentives already for their LCs, but one thing that all of us always want is more IA. So now this is great. You can actually run this special, whether it's for your clients, whether it's for your LCs, and you're going to be able to gift IA to them. So I know our national ambassador, Reza Garlu, he's planning to gift me a lot of IA for promotions. So, but no, this is the beautiful thing with this program again, is you can really use it to incentivize your VIP clients and your LCs to really take action. It's bonus for them, and it increases momentum. It increases sales in your business, which is what this business is all about. So this is actually a phenomenal one. I know our National Ambassador Rene Liao wanted to add some comments on this as well. So go right ahead, Rene.
Well, thank you very much, Sean. And I personally love this one a lot because I love training on approaches. And for me and for all of you in the call tonight, if you want to blow up your business, every single time you buy a gift for someone, you better be buying a gift with this gift IA feature. Because imagine in 1 year how many gifts you buy for friends and for family, for birthdays, Christmas. All of my Christmas gifts this upcoming year, all the birthday gifts, every single person will be receiving this gift IA. Because guess what? When you start to promote and start giving out so much different IA for people, this ties in perfectly with the free VIP. You want to be opening 20 free VIPs, and one thing I would suggest to you, if you identify some sort of hot shots in your VIPs, you want to start giving them a little bit of free products here. So for me, this is a huge, huge, powerful tool that we've been waiting for a long time to be able to gift to our VIP clients and to prospects some products. So what a better way to promote your business than by giving away 10, 20 IA that could easily afford to buy a few posh pieces, right? So, and this to me, folks, is a huge marketing tool. I want to say thank you again so much to the corporate team for allowing us to have this tool now. And I'm going to make sure that I take full advantage of this, and hope that everyone else does too. So thank you, and back to you, Sean.
Thank you, Rene.
This is actually amazing. Sorry, when it comes to home branding party and also the virtual designer party, because now you can ask everybody that you meet, all your friends, coworkers, everybody, to host a party for you, whether at home or the virtual designer party. And now you can give them that gift, that incentive, to shop, by giving them that free IA. So for me, this is amazing as an incentives to my e-host and hostesses, and this will just boost again your retail sales. It's all about the retail sales, right? So this, it will tie into everything else that you do when it comes to your retail sales. So I love this one.
Absolutely. It's phenomenal. So the next one, actually, I'm going to bring back our Rene, because he actually came out initially with this idea, and then our CEO just took it to another level. And of all the things in phase 5, well, there's so many things, but this one I think is insane, and what it's going to do. Just people taking action and people actually earning income every week. I think in every way, this is going to be one of those things that just takes phase 5 and takes GWT to a totally different level, which is our Flex Plan 2, turning the Flex Plan upside down. So Rene, I know you had a lot to do with the initial idea of this, and then our CEO just took it to another level. So why don't you share on this for us?
Oh, well, thank you so much, Sean. And for me, there's so many different beneficial points in this one slide alone that I hope I can really cover them all. Definitely one of the main things that I saw, and people know me as someone who has compared, our compensation plan to every other company's comp plan out there. And so today, we're still number one. We have the best paying comp plan, the highest residuals. And and in my sort of studies in the last many few years, we do have the highest paying comp plan, but one thing that we did create before was a lower cycle. So instead of waiting to have the 6250, which again in some countries it might take a little bit longer to reach that 6250 to cycle your first $500. One of the things that we changed before was to allow a faster cycle. So if you had not 6250, if you had 5,000 or 4,000 or 3,000 down to 1,000, and now of course $500, you can now cycle. The funny thing though is that even though we had these lower cycles, it wasn't really being promoted. So in all of our all of our PowerPoint tour slides, our presentations, all the trainings, it really just mostly focused on the 6250 paying you $500. Now, you don't have to understand what I'm saying completely, but just understand that what we've done now is we've actually created a lower cycle, which is a $500 cycle to earn your first $20 paycheck, but also is that we actually turn it around. So, my suggestion was in all of our PowerPoint tours, instead of starting with the highest cycle and then not mentioning the other possibilities, to start with the lower cycle. Now, a few points here is that even our lowest cycle, which is the $500, so the cycle level 1, okay, the cycle level 1, where it's 500 CV, it'll pay you $20, right? That's a 4% payout dollar to dollar, okay? I want you all on this call to understand that at that first cycle level 1, we're still paying out more than any other company. So even at our 4% payout at the first cycle level, it's still more than anything else out there, okay? But the cool thing is that you can actually, if you have higher levels of cycle criteria, to make higher commissions. But again, the whole point of this is to make sure that your team of people in your organization are cycling as fast as possible, because we all know that the sooner that your team can cycle, the sooner they have a story, and the sooner they're going to become more and more excited. And so, for a lot of people also, sometimes trying to reach the 6250 might seem a bit far away, especially and mainly in those countries with lower incomes, like the Philippines or like Taiwan, right? It might take a bit longer to reach that 6250. And even though we had lower cycle criteria, we weren't really promoting it. So now the Flex Plan 2, the way it's designed is that we actually turn it upside down, and we start from the cycle level 1 up to cycle level 7. So now, every single person is going to realize, wow, you know what? All I have to do is to generate $500 of commissionable volume, which is not just me, but it's both of my teams, left and right combined together. I can actually earn my first cycle paycheck of $20. A lot of people are thinking that's much more doable in a much more shorter time frame. And of course, the sooner you have your team making paychecks, trust me, and trust the LCG and trust the ownership here, you're going to see how it's going to explode your business the sooner your team makes paychecks here. So, of course, what our CEO did was that he actually even made it more incredible by basically ensuring that the second you have your first $500 CV at the end of that week, you're going to get that payout right away at $20. If you had a $1,000 CV, at the end of the week, you're going to get that $50 cycle. So really now, you're going to have this sense of urgency. You're going to want to push harder every single week to try to have higher CV. So for example, if I had 5,000 CV this week, you better believe me, I'm pushing as hard as I can to make sure I can have that 6250 for that $500 payout, okay? But again, the cool thing is that now, whenever CV you have left, instead of having to wait to get that payout, you're going to get paid out as soon as possible. So in your first week paycheck, if you have more than the 6250, you're going to get maybe 2 cycles, maybe 3 cycles. But in the end, you're going to have so much cycles here in the company. You're going to get more excited, but more importantly, your team is going to get more excited. And I can't wait for us to get launched. I wish that September was now, because I just know how amazing and how much momentum it's going to create in my own team. So Sean, thank you, and back to you.
Absolutely, Renee. There's so many amazing things with this. First of all, we know the first week, it's going to cost our CEO an extra $1 million. And again, I think we have the only CEO who's willing to give out more money out of his pocket. Every other CEO in this industry, they're trying to keep more money in their pockets. But our CEO is committed to do everything that, will help all of us to reach maximum success. So yes, it's going to create that urgency where everyone's going to be pushing, to get to that maximum cycle level each week. But also, what's great, and I know you've seen this too, Renee, there's so many companies out there, skincare, nutrition. You'll hear their people in a video, oh yeah, I cycled twice this week, I cycled 4 times this week. Well, they're not telling you, they made $6 or they made $20. But they just tell you, oh, I cycled multiple times this week. So now with this, we're going to have people cycling multiple times per week at the different levels. And so that's going to be exciting. And, people are going to be saying right from day one, hey, I'm at cycle level 2. Now I'm pushing to get to cycle level 3. Now I'm at cycle level 5. I'm pushing to get to cycle level 7. And so it's just going to create a lot of activity, a lot of action. And at the end of the day, a lot more people cycling and making money. Now, I know we have a gentleman on the call. As I said, he is cycled from his first week in the company, which is 7 years ago, to now. But I know with his team in Haiti, which is a much lower income market, and something like this that's going to help Haiti tremendously as well. I'm sure he's very excited. So, Ambassador Sean Singh, share your thoughts on this Flex Plan 2.
This is my absolute favorite part of the Phase 5 announcements. I can't wait till this goes into effect. September seems so far away. For the simple fact that once that date hits, thank you to our CEO and founder taking that massive hit. But I know for every single week afterwards, you're going to have stories of just anybody and everybody you know as an LC making some kind of money now in GWT. No more waiting 1 month, 2 months. Everybody's going to start seeing these numbers in their e-wallets. Every single week, that e-wallet's going to grow with more and more and more commissions. It's going to get them excited. And on top of that, as you guys mentioned here, you know what, it's going to be all about getting that level 7 cycle. So we'll have calls on a regular basis. What cycle level are you? I'm a number 2. Okay, what do we got to do to get you to number 3? And what makes this truly my most favorite part is, with everything we've seen so far, now between the retail sales happening, the gifting, this is truly what is really going to take that momentum to the next level here. So many people making so much money all across the globe. It is going to create a flurry of excitement and a flurry of activity.
Absolutely. Again, it's all about the sense of urgency it's going to create. Follow up. We all talk about infinite follow up, having the pipeline full. Well, again, not only are you going to want to stay forensic for what that's going to do, but you want to stay forensic to maximize the flex plan every week. So we're going to have 7 times the qualifiers and commission earners. Again, 7 incentives weekly in the binary alone to shoot for. So more activity due to the sense of urgency. Again, it's expensive for corporate and our CEO, but it will help the cap remain under 65%. And again, it's just, the heart, the vision of our CEO wanting to have everyone have success in GWT. So I can't wait. I think Flex Plan 2 is simply the most monumental thing. We already have the company, the plan that equalizes every market, where Caribbean island with 160,000 can compete with countries with 10 million, 100 million. And now the Flex Plan 2, even more so, the great equalizer to succeed in every market in the world with GWT. Okay, so this next one, I love this. I love this. Again, it gives you direction. Eliminate IA rebate for more. So, part-time serious and forensic, 40 gets you 1 per week. That's 4 a month. So guess what? You do that, 4 for more. Now your IA, you're qualified for your IA each month, so you don't have to pay your IA now. You qualify for it by launching 4 malls, and it can include retailer and above. So again, you launch 4 VDMs in a month, they automatically qualify you for the next month's commission without buying IA. But that's not all. That in itself would be phenomenal. But also, now get 25% of the total IA purchase of the new 4 VDMs. Now, we all know the monthly IA, that is the heart of the residual income. The reason we have residual income in GWT, unlike any company that's ever existed, the monthly IA is the heart of that. And so you make sure your new LCs are on their monthly IA. And so the following month, after you launch 4, guess what happens? Not only you qualify for your commissions without buying IA, but 25% of their IA. So let's say you launch 2 diamonds who were at 150, a gold was at 75, a silver at 35. You get 25% of that, which is 102 in free IA products. So basically, you launch 4 VDMs, you get free products, free commissions, and if you launch 4 VDMs monthly, you will never have to buy for yourself, and you get free products forever. So I want to hear from our Ari Lior on this. I mean, he's a guy who's been out there launching, again, the first in our 100 VDM club. So he's done it by example. So I'm sure something like this, Lior is very excited to never pay his IA again and get free products. So Lior, share your thoughts on the 4 for more.
Well, thank you, Sean. And, you know, I am so excited because I wish that this was actually launched a while ago before I had my 100 LCs. But, you know, now I'm even more revved up to go for that next 100, knowing that I'm going to get free products, free commissions. I mean, what company offers free products and free commissions? You know, as if our opportunity didn't sound too good to be true before this, now it must sound like, you know, is this a dream or what is this, right? Well, you know, it is a reality here, and, you know, thank you again to our CEO, Ramin Mesgarlu, for creating this so that not only do we have an incentive to build our business as if we needed it, but now when we do build our business, we're going to get more free products, more free commissions, and, you know, it's going to allow people to be able to have their IA for free. You know, I always told people that in a traditional business, you know, you have a lot of overhead. You have your rent, you have your salaries to your employees, you have your electricity, you have a lot of overhead every single month. And some businesses actually shut down because of that. And I've always bragged to people that, well, our monthly overhead, the maximum you'll ever pay every month is $150 a month. You know, when I made my first $500 with my business, the maximum I paid was $150. When I made my first $10,000 with the business, the maximum I paid every month was $150. When I made $20,000, the maximum I paid was $150. Your maximum is always $150. But now, the fact that I can tell people that you can have your monthly overhead be zero every single month, you know, $20,000 coming in and zero going out. I don't know any other business in the world that can have that, only in GWT. Super, super excited. Back to you, Sean.
Awesome. Thank you, Lior. I know Ari, Bella, Jeanette wanting to share here as well.
I just wanted to add, you know, every month we have Night of the Stars, and everyone who, you know, launch 3 VDMs or more get to be on that Night of the Stars. So now I think that call is going to be 2 hours, 3 hours calls, because I know that a lot of people are going to aim for this. Again, this is going to put action into your business, and also urgency to, you know, if you can't make it the retail sales, well, guess what, if you're great at launching VDMs and you're not really into selling, this is an amazing alternative for you. I know I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to be retailing $500, and I'm going to be launching 4 VDMs every single month. So, you know, to guarantee that my IA is going to be waived. But like I said, you know, I love the product, so I'm still going to be continuous paying my monthly IA.
I am with you there, Jeanette. It's Reza. I've never had a problem with 150. As a matter of fact, I never touch my IA for retail purposes. If someone wants to buy something, I use their credit cards, purchase the product through their credit cards, and send it to them, because I always need the IA myself. One thing IA has done for me, besides making me a millionaire, is that I hate going shopping. Christmas, events, anything going on. You know, when I go Christmas shopping, those that know me, I go to one mall, I like something, I buy 4 of them, then I just in and out within an hour. Just hate shopping in a busy mall. I have not gone to a busy mall because we have 1,400 different unbelievable products. And you know what? I'm still a last minute kind of guy, but I sit there, I use my own IA. I kind of dread it that I have to use it for buying gifts, but hey, it's there. I use it, and I don't have to go to this busy mall. So, you know, that's what's done for me. It's just I'm still going to continue paying my IA, because when it comes to those occasions, I don't have to leave my home, my office, my kitchen, whatever it is, my smartphone behind the wheel, make the place the order for whatever occasions that's coming up. So yeah, it's awesome. Now I'm going to be launching malls, getting more products. Hey, I'm there. Back to you.
Absolutely, Reza. Well, I know you're gonna love this next one as well because I always remember when our shoes came out and the video with you getting all 9 pairs, and I know even myself wanting to get my opticals, trying to save up the IA. So this next one, we've all asked for this for a long time. Up to now, you could only ever add the 35, 75, or 150 per month for your IA. Now you're going to be able to top up to $1,000 per month with your IA. I mean, that is just incredible. We all know, whether it's birthdays, whether it's Christmas, anniversaries, saving up for that engagement ring. How many times have we not had enough IA? And when we want to buy products for ourselves, how many times have we not had enough IA? So you got the 4 for more, where you can now get more IA through your LCs. When you bring in 4, you get 25%, but now you can top up in your IA up to $1,000 per month. And how great is this for your VIP clients as well, who are saving up for those special occasions where they can top up to $1,000 per month. So I know I'm excited about this one, but Reza, I'm sure you're excited with this also.
Well, it's funny you say that because that's one of the ongoing conversation between me and many of your leaders, in particular Sean Singh. We're always talking to each other. He asked me how much IA you got left. I'm like, I got this much. How much you got? I got this much. I'm like, damn, we don't have enough. We got to keep putting more because the new stuff coming out, the new watch coming out, the new this coming out, and it's an ongoing conversation between us. We never have enough IA. And you know what? This is wonderful. This is just excellent. I could just see what it's going to do to everything all around.
Absolutely. So again, just I don't know any other company, first of all, where people want to be adding more per month. I mean, who wants more bottles of juice, or vitamins? But here it's the greatest problem. And again, our senior VP Sanaz, she keeps coming up with more products. I know when I saw the fairy timepieces she was wearing and our CEO was wearing, and the new Posh watches. I mean, I just can't wait to get my hands on those. So this is the company where you want to be adding more gladly to your IA every month, and now we can do that.
You see, the beauty about GWT is everything that we release is really tied into one, and the other, and building that business. The beauty about this, again, because I came from traditional business, and for me, this, I think about the VIP again, because, now we truly have a true layaway program where your VIP can put whatever amount they want for that layaway. So they're not just limited to 35, 75, or 150. Because what if they wanted to get married in the next 2, 3 years, and they don't want to like wait for that long? So maybe they want to go save up $500 every single month, or $1,000 every single month. So now they have that option to just put in the amount that they want for that layaway program. So it's truly a layaway program, and I truly love this.
Awesome. Well, now let's hear. We have our first female RA, first female 10K Cap Club member, and I know she's excited with all that's coming in Phase 5. So, Regional Ambassador Sherry Zhao, please go ahead and share your thoughts with us.
Hello, Sean. Can you hear me well?
Yes, Sherry, we can hear you loud and clear. I know you're out there excited with what's coming in Phase 5, so share your thoughts with us.
Well, just like everyone says here, actually, I don't have anything new to say about this. This is just so amazing. I mean, we talk about a great problem to have here, like we don't have enough IA to buy the items. When I first got started, I remember I said, oh, this company has diamonds and which worth money and whatever. Well, I want to just accumulate some money to buy some fairy march pieces. tell you what, until today, besides the diamond ring I received from my husband, I haven't got any other Fire March piece as of yet, because I really literally don't have enough money in my IA. I have like just the new stuff just keep coming out like you know like every few months, every few weeks, and there new stuff, and we talk about new purse, new shoes, and just so many new things, and we just don't have enough money in the IA account. That's the common problem that we have in GWT versus all the other companies. And I remember the other company I was part before. There's the product I bought, the detergents and stuff, you know, those household products I got from that company, last me about 5 years. I couldn't finish, and they all went expired. I just didn't want to throw it away because those are so expensive. But here we don't have enough money in our IA account, so this is great news for all of us. And I think we're gonna utilize like all these items that been launched, and I cannot wait to have everything, you know, in place, and we can use all these promotions like now.
Absolutely. Now,
So
Sherry, I know you wanted to touch on the gift IA promotion as well.
oh yes, I know. I've been buying fairy for my friends, and there's some items that, you know, that's not to their taste, and you know, I was asking for the gift card program in our to our CEO since actually I think back in the 2008 when I first got started, and then but by then was not available. So there are items we thought is very nice, and we thought they would like it, but they may not really like the exactly the item that you know, we got for them. So as a gift IA, my friends actually now they can choose whatever they want, and from their own VIP account. This is just beautiful. And you know, like that's why we need more IA as well. So this is a perfect solution. Like we can buy more IA, and we can give it away, and we can motivate our VIP customers to buy more products. We can get the new LCs to you know, to be more excited, because we give them as an award. So there are so many ways, and I think we're gonna literally we have to do a training about it in when September hit. So that's what I like to add here for the gift IA. Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, stay with us, Sherry, because I think this next one, I think you were the one who first brought up this idea. I think everyone knows what it is by now, but I know it had everyone jumping off their seats when this ambassador mega promotion came out. So, Sherry, take it away. I know you had the original idea on this, and then our CEO took it to the next level as he always does. So, share with us about this ambassador mega promotion.
You know, this actually brought me back to the memory that I actually met my husband on a cruise. So I know how nice a cruise can be for our beautiful, you know, luxury consultants. And we talk about luxury. We talk about you know, all the great things that can that we attracted to us. And cruise is just so amazing, and to be able to hang out together, you know, 5 days, day in day out, like we have dinner together, we enjoy our time together, we have party together, you know, the cruise all inclusive, and they offer everything that we want, and we can just really literally have a lot of fun. And I know I've been asking also, you know, if we can bring our spouse and the children. Originally, the CEO said no, we shouldn't, and then we proposed a bit more, and then he's saying he want to bring his great one as well. So and then he allowed us to bring our spouse and children. I wish my husband is just as motivated as me to do the business, but of course he's the IT guy. He has his own thing. But I mean, I'm really happy for a lot of couple who build this business together, just like you and Jeanette. You guys can go to this cruise together, paid info by the company, and we have Dr. Anthony and and Ambassador Joy in Nigeria. They both qualify as ambassadors, and they are going to cruise together and paid by the company. We have our RA Mayowa and her husband Wally as also being a couple building this business together, and they're both ambassadors, and they can go to cruise together paid by the company. It's just so amazing, and this is a lot of like we can have so much fun all together. As our CEO said, right now we have 60 some qualifiers, and by the end of the year we're looking for at least 150, and 150 bring their family all together. That's going to be 300-400 people all hang out in a cruise all together. That's just I just cannot imagine, you know, how much fun we're gonna have, and I cannot imagine like how many people, you know, gonna go for it. And this is it. You know, if you're not ambassador yet, you got to be ambassador by the end of this year. You have a few more months to hit it, and you want to go to the first cruise together with us, all of us. So let's have some fun on the cruise, dance together, dinner together, and, you know, enjoy our time together, take some, you know, nice, beautiful pictures together. You're just going to enjoy everything that the cruise going to offer. So back to you, Sean.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sherry. I know I think our fastest ambassador out of Australia was 18 days, so everyone has plenty of time to qualify, and I know the excitement. Different markets have already started declaring, you know, how many ambassadors they're going to create. I know St. Lucia said they're bringing 30 ambassadors to the cruise, so I know it's brought a whole new level of excitement and energy for this cruise, and it's going to be just insane. I can't wait. I wish it was January now, but I'm excited. We have time that so many more can qualify and join us on this cruise. Don't miss it. You don't want to miss the first one. It's going to be, you know, one of those highlight moments to say you were on the very first GWT Ambassador Cruise. Okay, so as if that was not insane enough to end phase 5, our CEO gave us one more major release. And this one, none of us knew because many of us had asked for this many times. And he just told us, no, it costs the company too much money. It's too much. We can't do it again. So I remember Rene was running around the room. I think Reza was jumping up and down. There was just so much excitement when this mega promotion was released. And again, you want to make sure if you're not a diamond, you got to get yourself to diamond by August 15th. Why? Well, today as a diamond, you would end up with 6,000 in total products, but till August 15th, it's back. The double IA mega promotion. Anybody launches new as a diamond, they're getting 4,500 in bonus products for a total of 9,500 in products. But not only for those who launch new, for all our existing LCs, doesn't matter. You joined yesterday, you joined 9 years ago. If you're not a diamond, all you got to do, make sure you upgrade yourself to diamond by August 15th. You get this double IA shopping bonus. Wow. I wish they had this when I started. I would have loved to take advantage of this, but it's awesome for everyone now. You get to take advantage of this double IA. I know it's going to create huge momentum. I know some people have already started taking advantage of this, but everyone, you want to take advantage of this. The August 15th, get your double IA. Of course, you know, the diamond pricing is for international, goes up in September, so you want to take advantage of the pricing as well. And believe me, you can advance your business in a huge way by August 15th. You can get yourself to ambassador by August 15th, taking advantage of this. So our NA Reza, I know the last time before this IA had gone away, the huge spike in business, the last month that we had this, and it was such a surprise to see it now again. What do you think it's going to do between now and August 15th for everyone in GWT?
Well, let me put it to you this way, Sean. I remember we got the announcement, and it started to go and I went and logged in my back office. That was Monday morning, and I thought there was a problem with the software. I called Jonathan and I said, "What's going on? Are you guys working on the software?" He said, "No, why?" I said, "It shows this amount of volume, this amount of pending, this amount of this and that." And he goes, "Yeah, it's accurate." I'm like, "No, Jonathan, you're not understanding. I have not seen this since we got started with the new software. I mean, with the old software, it wasn't real time. Since we have the real time, which has been a few years, and I've never seen this, so there's something wrong." So he goes, "Let me go check." He goes and checks, and we're on the computer together, and I'm like, he goes, "Yeah, that's right." I'm like, "Today's Monday. Didn't you close a commission last night?" He goes, "Of course I did." I'm like, "Oh my God." And what happened in that process? We had many record number of diplomats, ambassadors, 10K per month, 10K per week cap club, which Sherry was one of them. It was just insane of what had happened. And it was just, I logged it off into my back office, but I remember in that time period, I would check it now, and a few minutes later, I go check it. It's like, wow, it's insane. So, you know what? You want to be part of that 10K club. You want to be a part of Cap Club. You want to be that ambassador, diplomat, whatever. This is the time. You make sure you share this with absolutely everyone. I mean, this is out of this world. I did not expect this. Sanaz said they're going to make some new announcement, whatever. Make sure you're in the room. I'm like, I already know. Of course, I'm going to be there, but I already know. Goes, no, there's been more. We just decided last night at the conference. I'm like, why? He goes, yeah, there's going to be some new out of this world surprises. So, you're going to hear it. And I'm like, my God, I couldn't believe when they announced it. I remember Renee and I were in the back. We had two moments that we kind of glimpsed at each other. And the first one was very serious glimpse at each other. And the second one was we're jumping up and down. So, yeah, it's going to be absolutely crazy, guys. Take advantage. The clock is ticking. August 15th is the date. Don't sit on this. Don't sleep on this. It's Sunday evening here. Maybe Sunday middle of the night for you guys somewhere, or Monday morning middle of the some places for you guys. Take full advantage of this promotion because it's going to be out of this world. What it'll do to your team, to your growth, to your commissions, to your checks, all around. It's going to be out of this world. I'm ecstatic about it. Thank you, Sean.
Hey, Sean, it's Lior here. I just want to add in that, when this promotion was announced during the forensic weekend, I know that, being a part of the LCG as we are, we get, sometimes information ahead of time, but this time we even got surprised that this promotion was here, and, I almost fell off my chair when I heard that this was happening because I know how many people love our products and they never have enough IA, and just to be able to have $9,500 of free products is just incredible. Just on the return on your investment, just from an ROI point of view, would you rather invest $3,000 and get $6,000 back, which is incredible, or invest $3,000 and get $9,500 back? So now is that time where you can increase your ROI on your investment. You can get those products, and I know how important it is to have products because I know a couple of years ago I went to a seminar in Miami, and a lady came up to me and she said, "Nice watch," and I said, "Thanks, I get paid to wear it." And she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna send you a video and show you how it all works." And she called me, and she basically said, "Lior, you're not allowed to go back to Canada because I know many people who are going to be interested in this." And because of this one lady complimenting me on my watch, my business has expanded into many countries around the world. And so I know how important it is to be able to have a lot of products to be able to wear them, because your prospects approach you. And now I have my sunglasses, I've got my timepiece, I've got my shields, my shoes, my wallet, my purse. Everywhere I go, I'm decked out and fairy, because I know that people are going to approach me about it, and just by wearing them, I'm going to get paid to wear them. And so by having that 9,500 of products and free inventory, your business is just going to expand all around the world. So I know that ever since this was announced at the Forensic Weekend, countries like Australia have been, upgrading to diamond and launching diamonds. I see new and new diamonds joining every single minute, hour, and day in the system. And it's just amazing, because I know how much faster their business is going to grow by being able to wear all of these products. And I know how much faster their business is going to grow by becoming a diamond, because again, it gives people that extra incentive to want to upgrade now. And by upgrading now, you're going to make 8 times more money than any of the smaller packages. And we also know that whatever we do, our teams are going to do as well. So by becoming a diamond faster, our teams are going to become diamonds, and it's going to help our teams to make more money by becoming diamonds. So I know that everybody is now going to be able to help their teams to be able to grow their businesses faster, because now they are going to become a diamond themselves. So just an incredible promotion that's going to help everybody. And I don't know where our CEO Ramin finds the money to be able to give back what he does, but he must be finding it somewhere, because the company is doing really well, and he's able to give back all of these promotions to us. So thank you to our CEO for giving this to us. And time is running out. It's going to be August 15th before we know it. So jump on the diamond speed train to success, and take it to the next level. Back to you, Sean.
Absolutely.
Hey, Sean, it's Renee Liao here. Just want to add a few comments really quickly, if you don't mind. Yeah, this part here is by far, I mean, in the last 8 years, I've learned to control my emotions, avoid those big valleys and those huge hills, but when this promotion got released, I literally could not hold it in. I had to run around the room with my hands up in the air. Just I was so excited to see the double IA back in action again. And really, from a marketing point of view, and from building your team point of view, and from helping you grow your business faster, this is such a massive tool for that, because now it's irresistible to take the diamond package, because there's so much more return of products than what you're investing with. And in combination with this double IA promotion, in combination with the ambassador cruise, I mean, it's such a perfect mix that, again, I'm not sure where the CEO is finding the money. I think he's reinvesting a lot of the profits back into this, because even the ambassador cruise, we initially thought that it was all the new ambassadors who would only qualify for that cruise, but the CEO actually allowed all the previous ambassadors also get that free cruise. So I mean, that's just something that he did not have to do. He did it because I guess he just cares about his people, and that's the kind of a CEO that we do have. But again, combination with this amazing double A promotion and the ambassador cruise, where people on your team now are going to be striving to reach ambassador because of the amazing 5-day cruise happening this coming January. Now that you have this double IA promotion, I mean, make sure that you're out there talking about it every single day, every one of your meetings, all of your prospects, all of your teams. Make sure you're promoting these new changes and incentives immensely. Be talking about the ambassador cruise, talk about the double A, because that's how you're going to build a really huge team really quickly. And again, thank you again to our CEO and our Sanaz Human for these amazing releases, because these things, I mean, it's going to boost your business like crazy. So Sean, back to you. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Lior. I know we have our RA Bella Jeanette wants to share also. Go ahead.
I just wanted to share this double IA. It's amazing, and I'm so glad that it's back. And you know what you can do with that extra IA products that you're going to be getting. Remember, we can give now IA to our VIP clients. So, I mean, you can use that as an incentive. I don't know why you don't want to use it for yourself, but just that other idea, what you can do with that extra IA that the company is giving us. Imagine now if you wanted to just save up that extra bonus IA so that you can give an incentive for all your clients that are going to be purchasing, $500 or $1,000 every single time, then you can use that to promote your retail sales. So I love that double IA, and I'm so glad that it's back. But it's only going to be until August 15th, so take advantage of that mega promotion.
Absolutely. Well, phase 5 is here, and I know we have lots of questions. And before we get to questions, we want to hear from our senior VP Sanaz a final time also. But phase 5 is here. It's simple. All you got to do, take action. All these things are in place. Take action. You can achieve all of them. Year 1, get to diamond, get that double IA mega bonus, get to ambassador, get on the cruise, get your 16.6 and get yourself to the RA exotic vacation. And guess what? You're going to be in the 10K club on the way with all of those as well. So it's an exciting time. I know we have our senior VP, Sanaz. She's such a huge part of putting all of this together for all of our benefit to grow this company to the billion and change lives. So Sanaz, take it away.
Thank you so much, Sean. Well, you know what? I am so pumped up for our phase 5, and I have so many cool tools that are going to be coming online. I actually not only are, we're releasing the phase 5 with all the amazing and cool announcements that you guys all got a chance to hear, but every single one of these tools that we've come up with gets you closer to that financial freedom that you're looking for. And these amazing incentives helps you to gain momentum and build your business. So the first step is, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the business. Ladies and gentlemen, anyone can successfully build this business. The number one thing, just kind of press a restart button, get yourself to diamond, introduce and help 3 other people become diamonds. And you know what? It's as simple as that. You get to diplomat. Once you are a diplomat, you get a chance to help others to grow and earn. And you know what? As soon as you get to ambassador, which is having 3 diplomats in your team, automatically you are qualified to attend an amazing cruise. And Sean, I'm so excited for our first cruise. We have 65 people who've already qualified. And you know what? If you become a diplomat before 2016, well, guess what? You are also going to be joining us on that cruise with the rest of us. So you want to make sure that you put that target and you start to build right now. And most importantly, get yourself to diamond. It is an absolutely insane promotion. As much as I love it, as much as it helps you guys build your business and get everyone to diamond, I mean, imagine coming in as a diamond, putting in $3,099 anywhere, and of course getting that huge return of $9,000 retail. Are you kidding me? I mean, anyone that looks at that business, anyone that looks at our business model, with all of the amazing tools that we have and the media accolades, this is just going to skyrocket your business. Like you said, Sean, I know that, a lot of people were on stage, whether it was Nigeria, whether it was the Aussie team, whether it was the St. Lucia team, the St. Martin team. They have put some massive targets for their teams, and I look forward to seeing all of them. And you know what? Put those same targets on the map, write it down, imagine it, know what you want, and go after it. The tools are there, the system is there, the compensation plan is there, you got the background, you got the company, you got the most insane compensation plan, so let's go out there and build a billion. Sean, back to you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Sanaz. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You hear the passion and excitement from our senior VP, from our top NAs and RAs, and Of course, we got to thank one person. That's our incredible visionary founder and CEO, Mr. Ramin Mesgarlu, because none of this could be in place. None of this could happen without his heart for all of our success. So I know we've had quite a few questions coming in and comments, although it's getting late, but we definitely want to make sure anyone who has questions, we can look at them. So I'm just going to go through and see if there's any question. Now, if we don't get to your question, do make sure, of course, to communicate with your My 5. Actually, most of it coming in is most people just excited about phase 5. Now, one question here with the flex plan, can you set your payout like we did before? No. When the new flex plan comes in, the system's going to automatically cycle you every week from 500 CV to 6250 CV. So that's why you want to make sure, of course, that's coming in September. So you're going to want to make sure that you're out there, sense of urgency, taking action every week to get yourself up to 6250 to maximize your cycle. But it's great because it doesn't matter what market you are, every week, if you have 500 CV or more, the system's going to cycle you out. You know, people are going to be earning all over the world. It's going to be phenomenal. We have our retail queen Daisy K just saying thanks to everyone for phase 5, and she's so excited with the retail 500 to get her IA free for the rest of her life. People are just saying thank you. We have Marshall saying our team brought many diplomats because of the 10K shopping spree. And I know with what's coming in phase 5, many RAs will be born. Thank you so much, Ramin. Phase 5 is insane. Let me see. Okay, so we have a question here. When you did a diamond trade up and you wish to go to full diamond, what is the cost? Okay, so if you're doing trade up diamond to full diamond, you have to go in your back office, and basically you're gonna see the form there that you fill in that form and you fax it into corporate. I believe it's $1,200 to go from a trade up diamond to a full diamond. Fax that in to corporate, and you can go from, you have to be in your first 30 days to do that. You can go from trade up diamond to full diamond. Okay, so actually that seems to be it. Everyone's just excited and pumped up and revved up for phase 5. So just take action, ladies and gentlemen. Just take action. If you're not diamond, get to diamond by August 15th. Get yourself to ambassador before the end of this year. Get on the cruise ship and get yourself to RA by before April and our 10th annual convention. By the way, I've seen many people purchasing their annual convention tickets from St. Lucia to Australia to around the world. People have already been since the forensic purchasing their convention tickets, which is still at the insane price of $139. So if you don't have your convention ticket, you want to get your 10th annual convention ticket now. That is a do not miss event. We have Ivo Doyle Francis from St. Lucia saying thank you to our CEO and Senior VP for phase 5 and all the changes. And again, just so many great comments coming in. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Phase 5 is here. Let's take it to the billion. Let's take it to everyone living their dreams with GWT. Thank you and good night to everyone around the world.